morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to be here with you today. We know we've heard it. Climate change is not fiction or theory. We feel it. It now affects our everyday lives. And more than ever, determined and concerted efforts are needed. Quebec, as you've heard, co-chairs the Climate Group States and Regions Alliance, a group of governments committed to working together to address climate change. This alliance currently includes 27 governments from all continents, and I want to acknowledge today the presence of 15 of them with us today. Together, members of the alliance govern more than 300 million people, roughly the size of the US, and represent some of the largest economies in the world. We have a combined GDP of 9.7 trillion, representing about 11% of the global economy. We do play a pivotal role because most policies, programs, and legislation regarding energy and the environment fail under our jurisdiction. As for Quebec, it is the fourth hydropower distributor in the world, and you should know that close to 98% of our energy is produced through renewable sources. Quebec supports the World Bank's Putting a Price on Carbon statement and started incorporating a carbon price into its economy back in 2007 with then a duty on fuel and fossil fuels. By putting a price on carbon, we are sending a strong signal to businesses and consumers. Now it's time for business models to take into account the social and environmental cost of their decisions. We should all consider the challenge not as a threat to growth, but as an opportunity to build and profit from a new low-carbon economy. En mettant un prix sur le carbone, le Québec transforme ce choix en une obligation réelle et concrète, mais également en une opportunité d'accélérer la transition vers une économie à la fois prospère et faible en carbone. Bref, une économie du 21e siècle. In Quebec, we are committed to reducing our GHG emissions by 20% in comparison with the 1990 level by 2020. And in 2012, we set up a cap-and-trade system for greenhouse gas emissions. The revenues generated by auctioning off emission units are used exclusively to fund measures to reduce GHG emissions and adapt to climate change in Quebec. Since January of this year, the Quebec cap-and-trade system has been linked to California's system and will hold its first joint auction this November. This market, developed under the WCI, the Western Climate Initiative, is the first in the world to be operated by federated states in different countries. We are convinced that other states and provinces will join Quebec and California, and we believe that WCI and the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative will strengthen their collaboration. Quebec also co-chairs the International Carbon Action Partnership, which is devoted to helping link carbon markets worldwide, and we do this in cooperation with the World Bank every month. With the Climate Group States and Regions Alliance, we intend to continue our efforts with purpose, looking forward to the important UN Climate Change Conference that will take place in Paris in 2015. We've all heard this today. We have a responsibility to others and to ourselves. This challenge must be met. Our resolve will not waver. And we will not be deterred because what a better place and time here, to quote President Kennedy when he said about space exploration, that challenge is one we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. Thank you.